Okay. Hi, Robin. How are you?
Can you hear me?
I can, yeah, loud and clear. Yeah.
Okay. I heard that. I mean, I saw a thing that said I had to unmute my mic and I thought it was unmuted.
Yeah, no, it was the little window on my side said you were connecting to audio. So
That's
how you doing
scary.
today?
Oh man. How you doing? Okay?
Good, yeah. Busy day, a lot going on.
Well, I tell you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. So this is your first budget, second budget?
Second one, yeah, the first one, I was, they swore me in at the town office, and I walked into the budget meeting.
That's
So, and then it was all in one day, same thing. So yeah,
right. Well, that's okay.
it
Trial
wasn't,
by fire.
yeah, it wasn't quite prepared, but yeah.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, I think I got the budget.
Kind of learn by doing. it takes a while anyway to get used to it,
Yeah.
to figure out how it all works.
Well, that's,
So.
yeah, I do better by, doing it. I think a lot of us do. And that was, yeah, just get thrown into it and see what happens.
Yeah, no kidding. Isn't that the truth?
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
I'm tired, so it's going to be dragging for me tonight.
Oh,
Hey, Lou.
Yeah. Hey, Lou.
Hi, look out, Lou.
Yeah, this hopefully be a,
Don't hit that. Don't hit that.
yeah.
Dog hit my power cord.
Dog hitting, yeah. Like Patty's on, yeah.
Oh man, my office looks like a hand grenade went off in it.
Well, let's go. We can't see it. You got the camera angle, so we no judgment.
Thankfully.
Yeah.
Thankfully, my office is the office, the music room. I play a ukulele, the exercise room,
Yeah.
and the attic. So all the
Yeah.
Christmas decorations and all the junk is right around,
Everything. Yeah.
right on the other side of my computer.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Hi,
I'm
Jack.
at my closet side work office, so yeah. Yeah. There's John. Yeah.
How's it going?
Good.
Did you said you were going to talk, I think, to John about the first flush contest?
I did.
And
they're all ready to do it.
really?
Oh, wonderful.
Hey, are you going to talk about that tonight in Selectmen's items?
Well, they want to do it. They got to figure out how to try to do a raffle during COVID times. And he was going to bring it to his board. I think they had a meeting this week, but I talked to John Roberts and Mark Doe, and they thought that was a wonderful idea.
Yeah, that's awesome. There must be a way to do it online through Facebook or something.
Yeah.
There must be.
You
You can buy a ticket and sign your name up, and put your name in a hat, and
Yeah.
they figure out. And there's got to be a way.
There's got to be a way to do it virtually or whatever at this point.
If you want to do it locally, you could do it at Hannaford's and Yellowfront, or I'm sorry, Main Street. And, maybe not Hannaford's. Main Street would probably work to say that you could just pay through their system. When you buy your groceries, just put extra $5 and then they would take care of it. But I don't know.
Yeah, add it on. Well, yeah. Yep.
I think it'd be great fun.
And I know Matt had brought it up to the restroom. They had a meeting
Oh, yeah.
I think Monday or Tuesday. I think it was maybe Monday morning, and he had told them to end the meeting on a good laugh, I guess, about the first flush. So
I think it'd be
That
great
was-
fun.
It's a good idea, you know, we need something kind of funny, so.
Yeah, especially now with COVID and everything. Hi, Patty. Hi, Evan.
Patty's in, oh, Cheryl's,
Hey everyone, how's it going?
Hi, Cheryl.
yeah, Cheryl.
Thanks for sending me that thing.
Okay.
It was a last minute request, so I appreciate that, getting back to me. Oh, you're kind of breaking up.
I
You're
am.
breaking-
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
Nope, better.
Okay, maybe I just was too far away.
We can hear you.
All right. Did you guys already call it to meeting or you guys were waiting basically for
no,
me to?
no,
No, we're just chatting.
All right.
seeing
See
who
who
else.
shows up.
Yeah. Hi, Lorraine. Hi, Sherry.
Camera's got a camera.
Hi.
Cheryl.
Hi, Lorraine. Yeah.
Hey,
Did you type in did you type in a meeting code? I can give you the meeting ID right now.
okay, I
Yeah,
got,
2022.
Oh, but no, that's not the. Did it ask you for a meeting ID?
Isn't that 2022?
That's the
Passcode.
passcode number.
Yeah, but
Yeah, that's right.
there is a notice of it in there.
So when you join the first one,
Yeah,
it doesn't say meeting ID.
it's 845-9296-7188.
Yeah, try with the ID and I can give you that right now over the phone. It is 845-929-671-88. Yep. Yeah.
You be a good girl. Come here. You can hear me.
Yep.
I don't think so.
Let me try. I want, and you said you got the one for 3-8.
Man, where'd you go?
What's your email, Pam? PS. Yep.
good boy.
93.
You being a good boy.
Another invite. It looks like Becky probably sent you the one for 3-8 instead
You all
of
right? What did you do?
3-3.
Huh? What did you do?
You did it? All right. Yeah, and it looks like Matt sent it to you also February 25th. So maybe it's in your February 20. Yes. Yep. Matt sent everything out February 25th. Can you just .com and hit join a meeting and then you should be able to hit the passcode or the ID and then the passcode?
Yeah.
The miracle of Zoom.
Yeah. I noticed Best Tie is online. Do they
Yeah.
want to be in this part of the meeting for the budget?
No, they don't need to be here until 5:30.
Oh,
Yeah.
5:30?
5:30.
Right.
Oh, sorry. I thought,
No, that's quite all right. We're doing a budget
sorry.
meeting.
Okay. I leave
4 to
see you at
5:30.
5:30.
We'll see
You
you
can
then.
stay if you want to.
Yeah, you can stay if you'd like to.
All right. See you at the same
996?
ID number, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. All right. Sound good. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Bye.
2.
Like,
Yep. 7188. Yep. And then the next screen should be a passcode. Yes. Okay, perfect. We'll see you on screen in a minute. Thanks, Pam. All right, bye-bye.
There she is.
All right, Matt said I have to hit record somewhere, so,
It says it's recording.
okay, perfect. So that's great. They can just see everything that just happened.
All
Wait,
public
we're
record.
gonna wait for Mark? Should we wait for Mark?
Yeah, I haven't heard that he's not planning on coming.
Or we
Well,
can-
I thought Martha was coming as well.
I think we could get going on some of this stuff.
Yeah,
If we could. We could
yeah,
do
well,
a
we'll go ahead.
documentation.
Cheryl, why don't we start? If you want to send him a text message to see if he's, remind him that it started at 4 o'clock.
Yep.
And then he can join us and catch up.
Okay.
Okay,
Robin, I don't see why we couldn't do adult education at this point and get that over
okay. All
Get it
right.
over with.
with. Well, it'd be
Okay.
speedy.
Well, let's go ahead and call the Board of Selectmen's budget meeting to order. So we can stay on schedule. We're not too far behind, and we will rearrange the order a little bit, and we will start with adult education, which is on page 43 of your budget books.
Yep, and I'll move the 8350 as presented.
Okay, I'll second it. Is there any discussion? Okay, hearing no
Oh.
discussion.
Oh, okay.
Oh, go ahead. Do you have a comment?
Well, I'm just gonna say it's been a tough year for adult ed. COVID's really hurt us terribly. We ended the year in the red. We started the year in the red. We're gonna end this year in the red. We had to shut down everything when COVID hit. So all of those classes last spring were canceled, and this is a third of our income. And so it really hurt. And we had to go all virtual for the fall, almost all classes. And we're hurting financially. So I'm just letting you know that. So
Yeah.
thank you for
Okay.
anything you can give us.
Okay, thank you for your comments. And I know COVID has just been
It's been
Hurt-
tough.
affected everybody.
Some things have thrived, but not
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, okay. Any
How are
questions?
you guys doing? How are the towns doing?
Doing pretty good.
We're doing pretty well, yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Making our adjustments as well with, as you know, closing offices and working from home. and things
Right.
Like that, so.
Now, do you get some stimulus money relief? No.
Nope.
We got a little, but we couldn't use it to deal with our deficit. You have to use it for new spending, So we bought, some computers to loan to students and desk shields and those kinds of things. So,
Okay, for the selectmen, do you have any questions or comments?
Nope.
I do
Okay,
not.
all in favor then? And raise your hand. Cheryl, I guess you're taking the,
I am.
okay. Okay.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you, and thank you for coming this evening.
I really appreciate it. Thank you. We're very
Thank
grateful.
you. Take care, stay well.
Thanks, you too.
Okay. All right, let's move on to the cemetery. I see Patty is here, and that's page 50 with a new.
Did
with
Everybody,
a-
additional comments
Right.
emailed the other day?
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay.
So we have the additional
I had left a
comments,
few off.
which covers, I guess, the first page. No, the whole thing. Okay. It printed on one page instead of two. So,
I'll move the 42,785.25.
Second,
any discussion? All in favor?
Okay, what page was that?
50.
50, 50?
51, But Cheryl had sent a new sheet that had additional comments to it.
But no number changes.
Yeah, the numbers had not changed. It just had more explanation.
Yep, I left a few explanations out when I was copying and pasting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just updated comments. Okay, so we are moving on then to administration, which is page 4.
Thank you very much.
Bye,
Thank
Patty.
you.
Thank you, Patty.
Thanks, Patty.
Already, yeah.
Okay, administration is looking at a 2.027% increase. And if you looked at the comments, and I had asked Cheryl to send me the updated wage scale with the fiscal steps that we had agreed to last year, which she did. And the increases seem to be, you know, consistent with what we had agreed to for all the salary increases and the step increases for the staff. Are there any comments or questions for Cheryl on this section?
No, I looked at everything and everything's pretty well explained in all the description and comments.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, the only question I had, you know, I know the town manager recruitment, Matt had put a line item in for $10,000 for like Maine Municipal or whoever. But I guess my only thought was the way things are going with all the projects that we have, and I know he wanted to kind of follow through until the end. So, you know, maybe we can coach him for one more year and kind of delay this for another year. That was just, there's a lot going on that I know he wants to
Oh, I know.
finish.
Yeah.
I know. But, you know, it could be that maybe, forgive me, I've forgotten when his contract term ends, what month or whatever.
22 at the end of this fiscal budget that we're working on right now.
Okay. But, okay. But if we put it in and it's not used, then that's okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
One alternative with that too, with Josh's line of thinking, if you put it in maybe one more year to finish his project, maybe we only put $5,000 in this year and then next year a little more, because I think what he's leaning towards is using Maine Municipal to do the manager search, because they just did it for Bodenham or Bowden, and he thought safe way to go.
And I think before we used, was it Eaton Peabody, was it, or something? And when we searched for Matt, and I mean, that came out, that was a pretty good process that they used. So as long as it's pretty similar to what was used by Eaton Peabody, I'm not opposed to that, but I just, and if you can budget 5,000 this year and maybe 5,000 next year, because I don't know if these projects are gonna get done on time.
The question or concern or whatever that I have about this though, is he put this amount in, I guess, figuring he knows what projects are going on and what's going to be finished by the time his contract is up. And he put the full amount in. So he must be thinking of when he wants to leave for whatever reasons that have nothing to do with the town. So let me ask you a question. Do you want to set this aside, the administration aside, and do it at our next budget session so we can take a pulse of Matt's thinking?
Today's not a good day to ask him.
No, I know, but we got, you know, a couple weeks of, I think our next meeting is the 17th. And just, you know.
You know, and I'm good with everything else on the administrative,
Yeah,
you
Yeah.
know, if we could,
Yeah.
we can approve all that. I mean, we can do a conditional and we can always come back. We can approve it and then come back later.
okay,
if
all
we
right.
need to, if we need to amend it a little bit, but at least it be approved. We'll get it off the list.
Okay, so do you want to approve it as written? Are you making a motion to approve it with the 10,000? Or are you making a motion?
I mean, we can always amend it back down at our next meeting, but you're right, Robin. He put it in there for a reason. So, you know, when you look at all
Yeah.
the other part, everything else is pretty consistent. So, so I'm all set to move ahead.
Okay, so your motion is to approve the $443,762.52.
Hold on, Shari, they need to make a motion and then second the emotion before they can open it up for discussion. So hold on.
Okay, thank
Okay,
you.
no, well, I just asked Josh if that was his motion to approve the full
Yeah.
amount, proposed
Yes.
amount.
Yes.
Okay, and I'll second it. So now we can open it up for discussion. And first, I'd like to have the selectmen have any questions or comments they'd care to make. None? Shari, you have a question?
Yeah, well, actually, this is the first I've heard about Matt. And how long is the process to actually locate another town manager?
It's anybody's guess. It depends on whether you find a good town manager with the first go around or whether you have to go around a couple times. You know, there's no set time.
It could
Well-
take 6 months is usually a minimum.
Okay, and no, because $10,000 actually sounds cheap. So I'm okay with going with 10 grand right now, especially since that is what Matt put in. But Matt has definitely said he will not be returning or reconsidering. Okay,
He hasn't said, he just said that this contract term is up, so he knows that his term is up and he just was not sure if his projects were going to be completed or they weren't. So we wanted to get this on the table just as a starting point, a talking point, and not all of a sudden hit us in the middle of the year with, okay, now I'm going to need that 10,000.
Right. It's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
Yeah.
well, as my take on the budget committee, I'm thinking that 10 grand sounds cheap, so I'm gonna go with leaving it in now.
Okay, now you guys have a different meeting, don't you? The budget
Mhm.
committee? Okay, all
Yeah.
right.
Yep, they have
Okay, so for the selectmen, if you have no other questions or comments, all in favor of the administrative budget proposal? Okay,
Robin, excuse me, I signed back in because I'm wondering if we're also supposed to do our capital budget as well as our operating.
no, our capital reserves is our next meeting on the 17th for the board.
17th, yeah.
And the
Okay.
22nd for the budget committee.
Okay, so we're done from the cemetery side for tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, no, that's quite all right.
And I
Okay.
do have real quick before we go on to anything else, I just heard back from the county office and I had budgeted, which we're not talking about it today, but I just wanted to give you guys a heads up that I had budgeted 505,000 for county tax. And it actually came in at 501,000 and some change. So we'll be able to cut a little bit there.
Wow, that's terrific.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's on here for later, right? It's on here for today.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
County assessment, yeah.
All right. Well, Matt doesn't know I told you guys that, so he may want to steal some of that for his capital project.
He can't have that.
Okay, assessing budget, which is page, where am I?
11.
11.
Page 7. Yeah, for the next few pages, we're just gonna go through the book.
I will move the 51,696.35 or 25.
I'll second. Any discussion? All in favor? Planning and development, page 13 and on, I think it is, yeah, and code enforcement as well. And that includes a code enforcement officer.
13, 14.
And 15, 13, 14, and 15.
You know, once again, Cheryl, I look at all the comments and everything's just, I mean, it's there. So if you can,
Awesome.
it's
Yeah.
so much easier this way, and it's still, I mean, we've been using it every year, but it just, when we get to it, everything's there. So
Yep,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Makes it a lot easier for us, that's for sure.
Good. Hopefully you'll be able to eat something before your next meeting.
Maybe we'll just go and do it all without him being around.
Well, I make a
So-
motion that we approve the $102,000, I'm sorry, $182.60
102,082.60.
for the
Second,
planning and development budget.
second.
2 seconds. Any discussion?
Second it. No.
All in favor? And I think, you know, for myself and probably for the board, I appreciate everybody working so hard to keep their budgets tight. You know, it just really helped.
Yeah.
Oh, solid waste. I say that, now we get to the transfer station.
Right?
No doubt.
Yeah,
We knew this was coming. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Well, I'll make a motion that we approve the solid waste department in the amount
What
of
page is that?
page 16.
60.
Thank you.
In the amount of $133,765.
I'll second.
Okay, and this amount was presented to us earlier from the transfer station at their last meeting, so we knew, it's no surprise it's going up.
But it's still cheaper than trying to run our own facility, so.
Boy,
Yeah.
that's the truth. Yes, and they do a wonderful job out there.
Yeah.
Any discussion?
No.
All in favor? Okay. The municipal building. And that's on page 17,
17.
and it finishes up on page 19.
Everybody on there?
Yeah, so it's what, 43,770?
Yep.
Is that the
Yes.
number? I'll move that for discussion.
I'll second.
Okay, go ahead, you can second it.
So, Cheryl, on this, on the restroom for municipal parking lot.
Yep.
I guess the only question I had was, you know, it is a building, but it's kind of gonna be kind of like a public works kind of oversight too thing, right?
Yep.
So I guess this is the best place for it, but I didn't know if it was supposed to be in the other one, but I guess this is a municipal
Yeah, because
building.
we even
gonna be
the sand and salt shed, heat and stuff like that is in the road. But where this is kind of a municipal building where everybody will be using it,
Mhm.
we stuck it in this one just to be neutral.
Okay.
And we still had a reduction on this one.
I know, that's terrific.
Yeah.
Any discussion, aside from thank you for a reduction? Shari, you have your hand up?
Yeah, I've mentioned this several years in a row, and I'm just gonna toss it into the mix. I think the lighting in the town office, the overhead needs to be replaced. The fluorescents are not healthy, they're more costly, and since our office staff has to work under them, and there is a known health issue associated with them, I thought it came up for a discussion once before, but I still think the town needs to work on that.
Okay, Shari, I think when there's funds available, like for efficiency main, we'll probably look into that a little bit more. I don't know what the funding is right now for that program, but I know the school at GSB, they had done a certain amount of lighting each year through the efficiency main. So I think we could probably do the same type of thing that you're asking here.
Mhm. So if you need the information, it should be simple enough to locate.
Well,
About the
I
harm.
have the information, but we haven't had the chance to budget it for this year. So if we can start looking into it and prepare ourselves, because the initial money, when you do efficiency main, will get reimbursed. So you have to pay out the initial, but then it will come back to you at a certain percentage. So, you know, at the end, it's pretty much a wash. But I think we just need to sit down, and it's probably something we can figure out at the Public Works Committee with the building type thing. And I'm sure Lou would agree with me. We could
Yes.
come up with a plan pretty simple to
Yeah.
replace.
Thank you very much.
Cheryl, maybe you can put that, make a note, or I can make a note. I just did actually on the budget that we could put this on the work goals. The,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
that,
Yeah.
you know, I forgot what that sheet's called, but the, you know, the goals and objectives for the next coming year is to start the process of looking into how we can do that.
Yep, I think our big function this year was directed towards the street lights and
Right.
switching
Yeah.
those over to LED and then
Right.
coming to us
Right.
hopefully the next round. Yep.
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 All right.
Okay. So we did vote on that?
No,
Oh, yeah.
Nope.
All right. Motion and second. All in favor? I can't see Evan, but I can see Evan there rolling his eyes. Okay, moving on to the legal department. Legal
Page
services, which is
19.
page 19. And this is another section in budget.
Yeah.
And Mark should be joining shortly. He thought it was at 4:30.
Oh, shoot.
Okay,
Sorry, Mark.
okay. He's missing all the fun.
Yeah.
I'll move the 15,000 for legal services. Legal
I'll second
department.
Like, no problem. It's out.
Beat you to
Yours,
it.
Robin.
Any discussion? All in favor? Insurances is on page 20.
Insurances, these ones always go up.
Yeah. I'll make a motion that we approve the insurances department budget in the amount of $15,770.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
no. I had a
Oh, you have a
question.
question. I'm sorry.
Hello?
Are you voting or do you have a question?
I have a question.
Okay.
Does the insurance cover the new restroom? Is that factored in?
Nope,
It's
we're
not-
gonna, we're not 100% sure it's gonna be done and ready to go and everything else. So if it comes to it, we'll put it at a contingency. We'll have to pay the insurance out of contingency.
Okay,
They couldn't really give us an estimate without us having the building and all the answer. They had a lot of questions and I just didn't have the answers for
Yeah.
them. So
yeah, but
Great,
would we
thanks.
at least be covered by liability?
yes,
Okay,
yep, because all of our town property under our liability is covered.
Yeah.
We just don't have an individual cost for the restroom as of printing
Yeah.
time.
good. Thank you.
Great question. Okay, any other questions or comments? All in favor? Animal control is on page 21. And this is our contract with the shelter.
Yep, and that was the biggest increase right there. And
And then the sheriff's department contract, which did not change.
So I'll move the 6,432.64.
Second.
Second,
We all seconded it. Any discussion?
Pick one.
Yeah, all in favor? No discussion? I just have a question, Cheryl, and I don't know if you can answer it or not. Some of the representatives from the shelter came out to talk to Matt about doing something and opening a place in town here.
oh, really?
Yeah, a while ago, and I was just wondering if there's been any movement on that, but I'll just ask Matt.
Yeah, because I had,
Yeah, I don't know whether it was a new shelter director but Kathy Anderson brought them out and met with Matt and started talking about they'd like to do this, they'd like to do that. And not that they were going to open necessarily a shelter here, but that since Damascotta is a, regional service center, that they thought it'd be great to have some presence in town. So, okay, not a problem. Okay. We did.
highway, we'll have to skip,
We
we'll have
did.
to skip highway, unless you guys want to do it without the department head.
No,
No,
we'll wait. We'll come back to it.
Right.
Emergency management is on page 39.
And I saw the biggest jump was from $540 to what, 640?
Yep. And that
That
was
was-
just for, or 200 sandbags.
Yeah,
Yeah, thanks, yeah.
so I'll make a motion to approve the 2279.45.
I'll second.
I have a question. If we're doing our flood resiliency, why do they need more sandbags?
Well, because we still have Miles Street where we had a couple
Ah,
issues.
That's right.
there,
Okay.
and
I'm playing devil's advocate here. Come on.
the project probably won't be done, so.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we've moved and seconded. Any other discussion?
No second. I didn't get a second. Who seconded it?
I-
You did? Okay, sorry. Lou.
Yeah, I will. Go ahead.
Let it get low.
Okay, all in favor? We're having too much fun.
Yes.
Well, it's early still.
Feel like I'm getting punch drunk and I hadn't even had any. Oh, hydrants and fire protection. I'll make a motion that we approve the budget at $151,061.40.
I'll second.
Questions or comments? Appreciate there was no change since it jumped up last year. Okay, all in favor?
Now we're at county assessment.
Now we're at county assessments. That's on
I've
page,
got streetlights.
on page 47 is the county assessment.
And the new number is $501,832.
And what?
$501,832.47.
I'll move that number even though we can't do anything about it.
Right. I'll second. Any discussion? All in favor? Now, Lou, we're under streetlights on page 41.
I make a motion, we accept the proposed amount of $6,500.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Those new streetlights are already paying off, huh?
Nice. Nice.
Traffic lights on page 42.
I'll move the 3,000 requested.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
And I know we've had quite a few issues with the light at Biskie Road.
Yeah.
So I don't know what we'll do if we have to look into maybe
There's Mark.
figuring out how to replace it.
Hi, Mark.
But
Okay.
Sorry, I'm late.
Well, the sidewalk to Biskie Road is not coming this fiscal year, is it?
No,
Something there anyway at that point for
Yeah.
maybe we could
pedestrian.
put that, we could probably put that into some of the costs, Robin, if we do a sidewalk, maybe reconfiguring that intersection.
Kind of bundle it.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, because I think you're gonna have to have pedestrian crossing signage and things like that. To make it.
Mhm.
Okay, any other discussion? All in favor? Okay. And welcome, Mark. We're finished.
Thank you. I
hi, Mark.
thought it was 4:30, so I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. You know, I thought it was 4:32 and I went through my emails this afternoon and I saw, oh my goodness, it's at 4.
Missed all the fun, Mark.
Yeah, okay.
So
Okay.
Cheryl, I got a question for you.
What's that?
Are we okay if we wanted to do a couple more or?
Well, I skipped over the revenue.
If you want to do a couple of the
We did the revenue, didn't we?
things.
Should we do the revenue review while we're waiting for Hugh to come on for the highway department? Or do you want to keep moving on?
we can go through, we got to go through revenue anyway, right?
Right.
Yeah. Mark, yeah,
Okay.
Mark's here now, so let's go back and
Okay, so,
You guys want to start with community services?
No, I think we're gonna do revenue.
revenue. Yeah,
Oh, revenue. Okay.
yeah, because we didn't do that. We should have done that right at the beginning. And I overlooked it, so that's my error.
No, we wanted to wait for Mark.
Thank
Oh,
you.
good, good, good. I like that.
I say it low.
Okay, Cheryl, do you want to walk us through that, or do we just want everybody to ask questions as we go down, or how would you like to handle?
If
Team.
you've got any questions on them. And obviously the revenue for, depending on what Matt does with the reduction in the county tax, whether he moves some of that reduction into capital. For where it says the estimated tax revenue to raise and appropriate, we wouldn't have to raise an additional 4,000 there. We could take 4,000 out of that. But I don't want to do that until Matt's had a chance to
Right,
Yeah.
right.
even know that there's a reduction in county tax.
Yeah.
So I mean,
So
we
maybe-
could accept revenue as projected, and then if we do want to amend it later, we can amend it.
Yep.
That
Right.
change.
Mhm.
So I guess I'll move the projected number. Is it what, 3,462,289? I'll move that as projected.
I'll second that. Any discussion, further discussion? Anybody have any line items that they're interested in that they have a question about?
You know, Cheryl, on the excise tax numbers, I know we saw a lot of vehicles, new vehicles. Everybody was staying home buying vehicles, I think,
Mhm.
this past spring. But I saw before, year to date, are you still thinking we're still gonna be
I
online?
think for the year that we're in right now, we may be a little bit shy, which is why I left the number as 2022 the same, because people are still aren't registering their vehicle now that the police have taken the grace period away as of, I think, last week. People are coming in to register these new vehicles and stuff. So I have, and the interest rates are still staying low. I still think you'll have a decent chunk of excise tax coming
Yeah.
in.
Okay, I didn't know, and a lot of people register the vehicles in the spring because they, from the year
Once your
before.
once you do your taxes, you go out and they buy. I think it's a pretty safe number, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
As long as the state don't take it.
That's
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Any other questions or comments for Cheryl? Okay, so all in favor of the motion on the revenue projections? Okay. And again, we can revisit that because now they're kind of two things. We have the $5,000 in the admin
Mhm.
that may come or go, and the change
Yep.
in the county tax that may make a difference in some of the bottom line, what we do with the bottom line numbers. Okay, now, Cheryl suggested then that we move to page 44 for community services.
Look at that big reduction, 83%. I'd like to see somebody else match that.
Well, yeah, this
That
is a
one.
one-time only deal, though.
Yeah.
Maybe, well, I'll make a motion that we approve the $500 for the community services
Carol just
department.
made a motion, so I think did you just
Oh,
make?
I was let Robin.
Oh, okay.
No, go ahead, Daryl. I can second your motion.
Yeah.
Second Daryl's motion.
I don't think I even really officially said it. I just.
On the negative 83%.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, any other discussion? Hopefully we'll have fireworks this year.
I hope so.
Yeah. All in favor? Okay. Now I have a question. It's 4:40. Our meeting starts at 5:30. Do we want to keep going through this, or do you want to take a dinner break, snack break, whatever? Or do you want to do that at 5 o'clock?
Let's go for like 10 more minutes or something.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's,
What do you think?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
all for that.
how about then we just move to page 45, the town clock appropriation? To 0, perfect. I'll make a motion that we approve the town clock appropriation.
I'll second that one.
All in favor? Oh, boy. And I'm just going through the pages here on, the minor departments. So we have,
Mr. Beach.
so page
Biscuit
40
Beach?
46 is Biscuit Beach, which is a huge reduction.
Yeah, yeah, I'll make a motion. Beach. For what, 450?
I'll second.
Okay, Josh seconds. Any discussion? All in favor? And like the fireworks, I hope we get to use the beach more this year.
Yeah.
We did the county tax department, contingency department. Should we hold off on that? So we get all these other budget things settled?
Oh, no, let's move it. I'll move 22.
Okay, yeah, I see it's gone down. Let's move it. Okay.
We don't
Are
even
you
wanna
making a
change the
motion?
mind.
Josh, are you making a motion?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. And did I hear a second?
I didn't.
Oh, Luke,
Second.
okay. Any discussion?
No?
So I'm sorry, but what is the number now?
22,000.
22,000. That's on page 48.
Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. Thank you.
All in favor? Okay, the next is the Community Betterment Department. And those are the provider agencies?
Yep, but it's also got the ambulance, LCTV, and so if you just want to move the provider agencies, and that way, Nick
Yeah,
Bryan
and separate the
and
others
those
out?
guys.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, but on the provider agencies, it's a petition, but not really a petition. They just request. So we
Right.
never really do a recommendation, or we
I was gonna
haven't.
say, I make a motion that we don't make a motion about provider agencies.
Yeah, I'll second that.
Yeah.
Okay, any discussion? All
I
in
got
favor?
I got a question though.
Okay, Mark.
LCTV, that money that we receive, how much of that do we give to them?
We usually only give the 6966 to them.
Okay.
This year, they're asking for more of those franchise fees to be given to them. And we budget 24,000 for the franchise fees from Time Warner and Lincolnville Tidewater.
So how much do we have in that account? Like if we receive 24,000 and give them roughly 7, where does the rest of that money, does it sit in a reserve account?
Nope, it's part of the general fund revenue.
Before we go into that, because they're handled differently than the provider agencies,
Correct.
right? So let's take a vote on the provider agencies, the vote that says we're not going to make a motion on provider agencies, and then we can talk about LCTV. And wrap
Okay.
that up. Is that okay?
That sounds good.
Okay, well, so we're making a motion on, not to make a motion on supporting.
Not making a motion.
Yeah, not making a motion on supporting provider agencies. Okay? All right, all in favor? Okay. All right, now we'll go to LCTV.
Okay.
And I'll make a motion that we approve the $11,966 for LCTV this year, which is an increase.
I'll second it.
Okay, now we can continue our discussion. Mark, you had other.
Did Mark just
questions
second
about
that?
LCT?
So
Mark,
out of the 24,000 that we received from revenue from the telephone company and the cable providers who don't run cable everywhere to everybody in town of Damascotta, but I guess there's nothing we can do about that. That money just goes into the general fund?
Yep, that's less money that we have to raise and appropriate in tax revenue.
Okay. I guess the thing is a contract, when we look at that again for our providers that provide internet service, it would be nice to get everybody in town somehow hooked up, seeing what's going on with this virus and school kids and, and I know probably the contract's pretty long. I don't even know when that's up, but I just thought I'd share that.
Mhm.
That's all I have.
anybody else have any comments or concerns? I think they've done a great job this year.
Yes.
In light of COVID, with all of the additional programming and keeping us up to date through, the hospital briefings and what have you.
And doing all the basketball and soccer games and
Yeah,
whatnot.
Yeah.
Parents can watch and whatnot.
yeah. No, they've really done a great job this year, particularly. They always have done a good job, but this year in particular, they've really been a added value to the community.
And also, wasn't there some upside down financial stuff and that they're trying to bounce back from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this year you guys released the rest of that PEG grant. It's like 15,000. A couple months ago, we had released that to them. We were holding it, and then they were be able to buy equipment for it. But this way, it's just easier. You guys can have it. We don't have to have our hands into it.
Right.
Yep.
We weren't allowed to spend it for ourselves. So
That's good.
Okay, any other discussion about LCTV?
No.
All in favor?
Can you hear me? Can you guys see me? I lost my screen.
Daryl is
Daryl's frozen.
frozen.
We can hear you, Daryl.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I have my hand raised.
Oh, okay, Daryl, I'm sorry. Well, we'll take our vote back because you have your hand raised.
Oh,
We
no,
can
I was
hear you,
I was
but your-
approving it. I
screen-
just don't know if you could see me or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. Okay, so everybody voted in favor of
In
the
favor.
I
LCTV.
abstain. I abstain. One of my
okay.
family members is on the board.
Okay, Josh abstains. Okay, the CLC ambulance.
We probably ought to wait on that one.
yeah, because those guys were expecting to be at the meeting to be able to answer any questions.
Okay,
17.
and Skedumpa Library?
Same thing. They were expecting to be able to answer questions on the 17th.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess we can do debt service.
That's on page 52.
Again, a reduction.
Yay, I noted I didn't have that circled.
That's
Fine
missing
payment.
everybody.
What? Huh?
We're still going in there, but it's, this attorney goes back and forth. So
We're almost finished with the whole budget.
They were zipping right through.
what about?
We're gonna do that around.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
I'll make a motion for 126.42.28 for debt service.
I'll second it. Any discussion, questions, comments? And Daryl, you're still frozen, so if you have a
Yeah.
question or comment, sing out.
I'll holler, but I have no idea. It looks like my camera on my computer died. The little red light went out, so I'm hitting it.
Hit it harder.
You'll hear me vote.
Okay, well, why don't we vote on this and then you can leave the meeting and come back in and see if that doesn't work,
I'm gonna
okay?
try. Yep.
Okay, all right, all in favor of the debt service amount?
Aye.
Okay, okay. Now, well,
Mark, are
before
you
you,
voting on that? You're frozen.
huh? I'm
Did
voting,
Mark
aye.
vote on that? He was frozen on my end.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
voted aye.
Unanimous.
Okay, now we are at 4:51. Is it time to take a break?
Time to take a break.
Time,
Time to
okay.
take a break.
Sure.
So we will rejoin the call, and you don't have to leave the meeting. You can leave your screen up or whatever.
I'll
Um,
leave.
And we'll come back on at 5:30 for our board of the hearing, public hearings for
Yep.
liquor licenses and the board of
It'll be a-
selectmen meetings.
Tell them it's a different Zoom number.
Yeah, it is a different Zoom number, yeah.
It is? Oh, okay. Then I guess we'll all leave the meeting, won't we?
Yeah.
My camera fixed.
Oh,
Well,
did
maybe it'll work
anybody
better.
adjourn from this?
I'll
Uh,
make a motion to adjourn, just to cover ourselves.
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor.
Aye.
We'll see y'all at 5:30.
All right, thanks, guys.
See ya.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello,
Oh, I'm trying to get my computer back up. I can see you.
you can?
Can you see me now?
Well, let me get there. Yes, I can.
Okay.
I never logged out.
Yeah. No, I killed my system, and then it had an error code. The computer, the camera light wasn't on.
Ah,
Gave an error code, and I just tried to get my iPad up and running, but that wouldn't. I just logged back in. It's working. So, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
so you're all right now.
Yeah, I'm good now. So I'm gonna. I've got my computer guy taking a look at it. I'm gonna log back out. I'm gonna leave
Okay.
your own devices again, but it's good.
If you get into trouble, get
Yeah.
some young kid off the street and they'll figure
Pretty
it out
much.
for you.
Somebody playing video games. So yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm gonna bounce back out and make sure it's working. So
Okay, I'm
See you in
gonna
a
leave
few.
mine on.
all right.
No, not right now.
This poor thing is dying.
Oh, dear.
Look at it.
It's making it die.
I don't know what she's done. I don't know what she did to it.
Who?
Elaine,
Elaine?
I cut it and cut it.
Yeah.
She's dying. Jerry gave it. This one down, one laying down.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna make it. I don't know whether just try to get some of these and stay on it. I don't know. I think these are all turned brown. Already.
What happened to it? Get that bug.
I got it or not, did I?
It looked like you did, but
Oh, God, who knows? This crap.
they always seem to slip right through your fingers. Lane's coming Friday, right?
Yes, I haven't heard any difference. It's all dying, all dying.
Does it need some kind of food?
Well, wait. I don't know what's happened.
Well, I'll wait until Lane comes and
Why
ask her.
not?
Hi, Lukey. Hi, Lukey. What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? Did you have your supper? Huh? Did you have your supper, buddy? Did you?
don't see any bugs at all. I looked the other day.
Yeah.
I've never seen a spider plant do this in my life.
No.
Got all these spiders. But look.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make it. Well, it looks pretty good. Like they dried right out, didn't they?
Yeah. So I got a reply from Coastal Dog.
What did they say?
We've received vaccination records. Everything looks great. Monday would be a great day to start as it is our quietest weekday. Would that work for you?
Mhm.
I think so, don't you?
Yeah, why-
Have we got anything going Monday? Would you like to go, Luke? Would you like to go to meet? Would you like to go to meet some new friends? Huh? Would you?
Can't move. Put these in the water. Looks a little better, I think. What are you doing in the day? Happy see you.
Hi. How you doing today, little boy? What are you doing today? What are you doing? You can't chew on that. You can't chew on that, silly. No, you can't chew on that. No. Hey, It looks like we can go Monday. Yes.
Right. Still here, Lou?
Yep. I'm just typing a letter. We're the only ones?
Looks like three of us. Yeah.
Three of us?
Yeah.
it's me from West High.
That's
Hi
nice.
there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hi.
Are you providing the cocktails for this meeting?
Yeah. What's your name? I'm sorry.
Excuse me?
What's your name?
My name's Lou Abertoni.
Lou Abertoni.
Yep.
Now,
Whenever my granddaughter and grandson and son are in town, they always come down to see you guys.
Oh, thank you.
They love your food.
I'm glad to hear that.
Pardon?
I'm glad to hear that.
Yep.
How you guys doing over there? You keeping up with it? Oh,
What do
across
you,
the street? Yeah.
Where's everybody
more-
else?
more people coming, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have everybody back in here by now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you feeling, Daryl?
Well, good, Lou. Thank you.
Yeah.
My wife, she actually got out of the four of us that were positive. She actually kind of got the worst of it. So
She did. Oh.
yeah, not horrible. I mean, it was
Yeah.
She got more respiratory.
Yeah.
I felt like I just had a winter cold. You know that.
Yeah.
But she yeah, she had some respiratory. You know, it was more right in her chest.
Yeah.
So that hasn't gone over too well. But she's doing.
You guys better now?
I'm sorry.
Is she better now?
Yeah, she's coming. She's on the other end of it now.
Hmm.
And I tested positive back on, oh my God, the 13th of February.
That's
so
why I
it's-
don't see you across street.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'll wave to you. Yeah. Yeah, and that's why we were closed for several days till we got all the crew tested and ended up myself and Dan Pendleton, the assistant manager, he tested positive as well, and he had very mild symptoms, but everybody else tested negative, and we went through the quarantine process and all that fun stuff. So we're all back, and fortunately, they were very, very mild symptoms. So yeah.
I had a headache that just would not go away.
Yeah, I remember you at that one meeting there. Yeah, you were feeling awful. Yeah.
And then I just couldn't get my strength back.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm older than you.
Wiser.
No, I don't know about that. You do a good job, Daryl.
Well, thank you. We try.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it. Yeah.
But
yeah.
No, my granddaughter just came down this last week. She was at the University of Maine. And she got it, and her boyfriend.
Yeah.
So my son had bought a home down in